Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. Let's play NewsTower. It is December of 1932 at the Sounding Rocket here in New York City. And the mayor has asked that we not print economics and we not print, I think it was politics. No politics, no economy. So I'm going to prioritize all the other ones. And hopefully that'll give us those stories and we don't even have to worry about dodging stories very much. But let's get started on what's already out here. A nice entertainment story. The district is looking for stories with reviews. We got one here. Hopefully there'll be some other stuff. And if I recall, one of our stories, one of the sports stories, had a breakthrough on it. So that'll be kind of nice. We'll have, well, I don't see it now. Maybe we used it in the last episode. Anyway, let's not worry about that too much. Let's come over here. No economy though. Let's not do that ad because this is an economy tag. This one will work. We can do that. Okay, and now we will start the week. After this month, we are going to do a rebuild. We will kind of refactor how everything needs to sit in here. Figure out a nice way to make it all happen. Use these pneumatic tubes as we learned in the last episode. This guy will use it to send stuff to this guy really, really quickly, and I like that. I think what you end up doing is you have a bank of them, maybe 4 or 5 next to each other, and they all go to different departments, and that will sit between some desks somewhere, and then, you know, it's more easy access. They don't have to do quite so much walking. I am curious if you could put one, and maybe we should go ahead and try this. This could be fun. Do I have a spot here? This is the text editor, right? We figured that out. Yeah, I wonder if I put one here. We will, you know what? Let's move some stuff first. Let's move the plant to there and move water to there and then move the plant back to there. Now we're going to put the tube here and we're going to connect it right next to the door. So my thought is, will the reporters, when they come in, will they just use the tube instead? Let's find out. I'm going to put some paper in here. We have auto paper delivery now. We don't even have to worry about it anymore. That's a great thing. Are we seeing any other discomforts that I can address quickly? There's temperature. I guess it helps. Sound. There's always going to be sound there. It's going to happen. Not a lot we can do about it. We have dictionary books that aren't getting used. It doesn't give either a plus. That's because they already have them. So no need to use them. And then we have bookkeeping, which would be more for one of these folks. And they all have them as well. Okay, let's get going. There's that breakthrough sports story. That's right, we never completed it. So good news there. And here is the review. Get Robert on that. Get those out of the way. And is she already done with the first half of that ad? Outstanding. Okay, now I'm going to do my best to not forget Dolores here, like I always do. We'll try to get another ad printed. This will work. Politics and economy are what we're avoiding. Well, we have lots of good options here. So we'll go up there. We're not hitting any of those boxes. So we'll probably take the illustration, give our illustrator something to do, even though he wanted to go home last week, right? What was that about? And there we are. Send him there. 1 day, 1 hour. Need to look into some Illustrator buffs. Actually, how far is he? Well, we'll come back to that. I want to see how far he is from leveling. It feels like he's leveled very, very slowly. Okay, we're avoiding economy and politics. So this story is going to be a no-go. We don't want to do the politics part of it. It's disappointing. We're going to let go of a gold tag there, but I'm just going to go ahead and dump it. If it were a little later in the week, I might just try to slow play it and have it for the following week. Crime and economy. Well, we know we're not going to do economy just now. So we'll go here, and then our illustrator, he still has 16 hours, so that'll probably balance out about right. We don't have to rush that one. How are we doing on ads? It looks like she's done. Well, nope, we're not doing this one, though, because it is economy. So we're going to do that one. I would love to go sometime. I really have no idea what she's talking about. All right, let's move on. More stories coming in. Sports with fame. Well, we're trying to get to a fame. Hopefully we can get this one in. Let's have our best folks on it to get it done quickly. The last one's photographer, and that's going to take a day, as we know. Peter still has, oh, wow, 39 minutes, yeah. So the good news is he doesn't have to go far to turn in his work, right? I haven't been watching to see if the reporters are using the tube, and it looks like he just did. Look at that. So the tube would have come to here. They took the report out of the tube, and they're getting to work on it. Look at that. Awesome. Okay. Gives me some ideas on how I want to open that up a little bit. What a great addition. The first time I played to the end, when I think it was time boxed to 2 years, so this is how far I got. That didn't exist, and I have to say that's a really, really good improvement in the game, if you ask me. I don't recall if the elevator was in yet. I don't think I had built one at that point. Here we go. 1 day, 5 hours. It's going to be a little tight, but I think we'll be okay. So I think you end up putting in just a handful of pneumatic tubes to kind of connect your departments a little more directly, and you don't have to worry as much about the immediate space. And then that kind of dovetails into one of the other things that Jean Martin told me about, and that was that their plan was to include different shaped buildings as kind of a difficulty challenge. You'd have like a building that gets narrower as you go up, or one that kind of changes shapes on each floor. And I thought that was interesting. I thought that was a neat way to kind of stylize the game. There's censorship in this one. Okay, we could get a lawsuit here. We haven't put the lawyer to work in a very long time. He's going to have plenty of work this week, right? This week, whichever way you want to look at it. He's got work to do. So here come those lawsuits. Yay. I do tend to go ahead and move these for them just to speed up the process some. He will otherwise go and do that himself. Come on. And yeah, we're just dropping them right in his in basket. So he went back and he's working on them all on his own. That's good. Hey, 4 influence points if we get this one done. 22 hours. It's probably not going to make it. There's probably a few other things going to be stacked up in front of it. And I feel like maybe slowing this one down a little bit, although it would be great to get that inspiring tag, but I don't think we have time. 12 hours, maybe. Editor disabled. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure I had paid attention to that in the past. Click to enable or disable the editor in the production chain. When enabled, the item will visit the editing desk before the rest of the production chain. All the negative tags present on the item will be removed, pausing. Note that enabling the editor will increase the duration of the production process. Well, we kind of knew that. I mean, it's adding a step, right? Has every story had that and I never noticed? Now I'm curious. It does not. Okay, I think it's because it had the negative tag attached to it. she'll remove that tag. Takes extra time, but it forces it to actually happen. And I think maybe that's because sometimes, like, the mafia wants you to print censorship, right? So I'm going to guess why that works the way it does. We'll go ahead and use it. I don't think I have a need for the negative tag this month. And it's Sunday. Plenty going on here at the NewsTower. Ready to advance that story? Let's go ahead and put a lane on it. Oh, sorry. No, she would have to do this part down here. Let's get Chris on that part and a lane on that part. There we go. Then on the sports story, more lawsuits. We're going to skip. We're just going to can this one. It's not going to happen this week either way. The lawyer's already got, how many has he got out there right now? He still has 4 lawsuits. So, yeah, we're not going to add to his burden just now. Feast or famine for the lawyer, it looks like, right? Unstored resources. Did I miss his desk? I missed his desk with one of them. There we go. So it looks like he just finished another one. But we are coming to, we're still in the middle of the day. All we can ask him to do is get rid of all of them that he can, right? He can't do more than he can do. Not going to hold that against him. Single sports story, nothing wrong with that. Print no sports next week. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? All these sports stories lined up and in there. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Still unstored resource. I missed his desk more than once. There we go. We have a hit in prestige because there's no wastebasket close. There should be. Okay, must print now. Ready to roll. We do not have enough stories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only have 9 stories. 3 pages worth of stories, and that's it. Well, we have 2 gold tags. That's good. And each of those gold tags has a silver tag, and each of those have multiple matches. So that's a plus. Let's go ahead. We're going to put this one on the first page because it will include a 3 times multiplier to influence. We need that right now. We'll go to the second page and put the other gold tag. And then I think what we will do, this is entertainment, so these will be double matches. I don't see a better way to spend those. This one, we have 2 more, and those will both be double matches. And then we will have society, crime, entertainment. So I think what we'll do here, we'll do this one as a double match, and we will do this one as a single match. Then we're going to come here. This will be our 2-time there and there. And we fell quite short with regards to stories this week. I know I axed a couple of stories. We had a couple of long stories too, I think. So not going to sweat it too much. We'll see how next week plays out. But we are going to end December of 1932. Oh, I did want to see, we'll go back real quick. Don't start printing yet. 242. So we are not going to hit a record, and that's okay. Don't have to set a record every month. We're going to make 13,000. That's a pretty penny. Of course, that is before our expenses, but nonetheless. It is raining. Look at that. Curious if that has any impact on the game other than just visuals. Never before they entertained me this much. They made some valid points, to be honest. Well, good. That's what you kind of want in your news staff, right? There's that ×3 on the 4-banger, so that was good. And we did meet the hidden agenda, it looks like. So pleased with that. Didn't hit it a lot. We needed more society stories. I maybe should have just stuck with only promoting the society and not worrying about not promoting the other items, but that's okay. We did not as great here, but I think we'll keep this neighborhood because we know we have 2 of those coming, and maybe we'll get lucky and get an unveiling. Oh, look at that. More towards informational. Earned $5,000. Well, okay. Who's going to complain? Offering 2 ads in entertainment this week. And there's our expenses. Salaries went up a little bit, but that's okay. That means our people are advancing. And we are well ahead of the money curve at this point, so I'm not concerned about that at all. In fact, we're going to be able to hire a good amount of staff. I think there will come a tipping point where we have to manage it again. Right now, we're not really that worried about it. But revenues will get to a point where it has to meet expense. We're just not quite there yet, thankfully. Okay, well, we decided we're going to stay in the same neighborhood, which was this one, because we have a couple of matches coming, and maybe we can get that 3rd one. So it's already selected. We're going to leave it alone. The Mafia still wants... Oh, now they... Okay, so their expectation changed. They now want 3 propaganda stories printed. Well, haven't seen any of those in a while. Where do they come from? Doesn't give us a really good indicator. Also, propaganda is a negative tag, it looks like. So I think we're going to pass on that one. The high society ladies are back. Don't print any negative tags, but we can probably do that. Leave no empty spots. That one has been a little more difficult, and we are not exactly overrun with stories or ads this month. So maybe we hold off on that. Let's see what the mayor wants. Okay, so this does it? Triggers a lawsuit when failed. I don't know how you fail this though, because this is one where anytime you get this, you get a reward. So it's an auto pass. If you get a 0, then it just multiplies it by 0. That tends to be the way it's worked. Let's grab this one, and if we don't get any matches, we'll see. And if we do, well, hey, we're getting influence, so we'll take that. Okay. I think that about does it this time. We could obtain another telegrapher. There's that word again, folks. Let's see what else we got out here that maybe we might want to pick up. Society bookcase. Okay. We've got the lamp. We've got the fan. So that is something we don't have the obituary desk, and that's 32 points. Not ready for that either way. We could go with cartographer. We can afford it at this point. That's something to consider. I think with the reorg, we're going to want to think through that a little bit, but it isn't the worst idea. We will definitely go with that. Here are some more bonuses for our illustrator, and maybe that's not a bad idea too. We can get some bonuses for photography. That's acquired. This is for the engraver, okay? So we'll want to start speeding up those processes for sure. Police station, crime stories. We haven't really pursued that too much. We can get the alarm that helps. It would give our security guard another couple of buffs, and that's fantastic. Comfort, we can get the Persian tapestry, which counters noise. I think that's good to know. Tend to be good on our sports stories. It feels like we get a lot of bonuses for those. It surprises me there's this many additional ones, although I guess maybe you're trying to get to the baseball results. So that might be a consideration there. But we already have the medium plant. I guess not. We can grab that if we want. And the gumball machine. Food, no prestige on that one. Popcorn, I think, gave us some prestige, so that was kind of nice. We can get a coal discount. I think we can get auto unlock of coal orders. That, honestly, I think we'll go ahead and do that just because it becomes something we don't have to worry about anymore. So there we go there. I think there's an auto food order too, and once we have that, we have the trifecta. I don't remember where it would be. I would have thought the theater maybe. Is there a farm? Could be one of these. Yep, there it is. That's where you get the food. So, we'll want to move in that direction too. But we otherwise have our week set. There we go. It is January of 1933, and that's where we will pick up in the next episode. Thanks for joining me. Loving NewsTower. It's a lot of fun. But until next time, fair travels.